School prepared us for a lot of things, like memorizing Shakespeare quotes, solving for X, and dissecting a frog, but somehow forgot to teach us how not to go broke. You spent over a decade in classrooms, yet no one explained taxes, credit scores, or how to actually make your money grow. And now you're out here Googling how to invest at 2 a.m., wondering why your life feels like a financial group project you weren't ready for. Today, we're fixing that. I'm breaking down the money lessons schools completely skipped, the real-life skills you need to actually get ahead. Because if the education system won't teach you, I will. Let's be honest, school taught us a lot of things, but how much of it actually helped us survive adulthood? I mean, I can recite the Pythagorean theorem, but no one ever explained what a credit score was. I know all 50 states and their capitals, but I wasn't told how interest rates could eat my savings alive. And don't even get me started on writing essays about the Great Gatsby. Apparently, being able to analyze Gatsby's feelings doesn't stop you from overdrafting your bank account. The truth is, financial education isn't a priority in most schools. Curriculums are decades behind, designed for a time when simply getting a job was enough to secure your future. Today's world, not so simple. Instead of teaching us how to budget, invest, or avoid crippling debt, schools are obsessed with standardized tests, because nothing says real-life prep like bubbling in Scantron sheets. And here's a wild stat. Only 17 states in the US require a personal finance course to graduate high school. That means most of us are walking out into the world with zero knowledge of how to manage a paycheck, file taxes, or even understand our first loan. It's like being handed the keys to a car, but no one told you where the brakes are. So if school didn't teach us about money, what should they have taught us? Well, buckle up, because this is where we rewrite the curriculum. Let's start with this. Money isn't just something you earn, spend, and stress about. It's a tool, a really powerful one. The problem is, most of us were taught to think of money like water. It comes in, it goes out, and you just hope the tap doesn't run dry. But the wealthy, they see money as leverage, a way to build more opportunities, buy back their time, and create freedom. To understand money, you've got to master the 4 pillars of personal finance: income, expenses, savings, and investments. Think of it like building a chair. If one leg is missing, you're going to fall on your face. Income is what you bring in. Expenses are what drain it. Savings is your safety net. And investments, that's where your money starts working for you instead of the other way around. But here's the thing, nobody taught us this in school. We were busy calculating the square root of 256 and memorizing what mitochondria do, which is great if you're planning to be a biologist, but not so great when you're trying to figure out why your paycheck vanishes the second it lands in your account. Imagine if, instead of Pythagoras' theorem, you learned about compound interest. Because that's the real magic trick. Understanding how small amounts of money invested early can snowball into life-changing wealth. So the next time you think money is just a paycheck, remember this. It's actually the most powerful tool you'll ever have if you know how to use it. All right, let's talk about the word everyone hates: budgeting. I know, it sounds boring, like a punishment for adults, but here's the truth. Budgeting isn't about restriction. It's about freedom. It's like telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it disappeared. Think about it. If you've ever opened your bank app and thought, "Who robbed me?" Spoiler alert, it was you. Budgeting is how you stop financially ghosting yourself. It's not about saying no to fun, it's about saying yes to things that actually matter, like saving for your dream trip, buying your first house, or finally getting rid of that soul-crushing debt. A simple way to start, the 50-30-20 rule. Spend 50% of your income on needs, rent, bills, food. Use 30% for wants, the fun stuff like Netflix or that necessary iced latte, and put 20% into savings and investments. Your future self will thank you when they're sipping pina coladas on a beach instead of worrying about retirement. The point is, budgeting isn't about deprivation, it's about control. Once you start tracking your money, you'll feel like you got a raise without actually getting one. And honestly, in today's economy, that's the closest thing to magic we've got. Now let's talk about everyone's favorite adulting headache: credit and debt. You probably graduated high school knowing the capital of France, but had no idea what a credit score was. Spoiler, it's not just a random number. It's basically your financial reputation. Lenders use it to decide if they'll trust you with their money, and a bad score can make your life way more expensive. Imagine paying thousands more in interest just because no one told you missing a $20 payment could tank your score. Debt itself isn't the villain. It's how you use it. There's bad debt, like swiping your credit card for designer sneakers you can't afford, and good debt, like taking out a reasonable mortgage or a student loan that actually helps you earn more money down the line. The difference is simple. Bad debt costs you money. Good debt makes you money. But here's the catch. Lenders love when you don't know this. They thrive on you paying late fees, interest, and minimum payments forever. That's why it's so important to treat credit cards like a tool, not free money. Swipe responsibly, pay on time, and watch that score climb. Think of your credit score as your adult report card. Except this time, your grades actually determine if you get a car, a house, or that sweet 0% interest rate. So yeah, way more important than memorizing who discovered electricity. If this is already teaching you something schools never did, hit that like button. It helps more people learn these money skills and grow with us. All right, now let's talk about something that sounds intimidating, but is actually your golden ticket: investing early. Here's the thing. Most people think investing is only for rich people in suits who spend their weekends golfing and talking about the stock market. But the truth, the earlier you start, the less money you actually have to invest to build wealth. That's the magic of compound interest, or as I like to call it, interest on your interest. Think of it like planting a tree. You can plant it today and have a beautiful shady oak in 20 years, or you can wait until you're 45 to plant it and, well, now it's just a twig with trust issues. Start investing young, and even small amounts snowball over time. If you invest just $200 a month in your 20s, you could end up with more money than someone who invests double that amount starting in their 30s. Why? Because time is your secret weapon, not fancy stock picks or insider knowledge. And here's the kicker. Investing doesn't have to mean day trading or risking it all on crypto. You can start simple with index funds, ETFs, or retirement accounts. Boring sounding things that quietly build your wealth while you binge watch Netflix. Bottom line, every dollar you invest early is like hiring a tiny employee who works for you 24/7. The sooner you start, the more of those little money minions you'll have working for you, and that's how you win the game. Here's the thing about taxes. They take money out of your paycheck before you even see it, and most people have no idea where that money is going. And that's the real problem. School never taught us that your paycheck isn't actually what you make. It's what's left after income tax, Social Security, Medicare, and whatever else your government decides to collect. Learning how to read a pay stub is one of the simplest ways to understand where your money goes. Yet most of us get our first paycheck and feel like we've been robbed. Understanding tax brackets is another game changer. A lot of people think if I earn more, I'll get taxed more, so why try? That's not how it works. Your income is taxed in layers. Only the portion that falls into each bracket gets taxed at that rate. Knowing this alone can help you plan better raises, promotions, or side income without fear. And here's where you can really win: tax deductions and credits. If you have a retirement plan like a 401k or IRA, every dollar you contribute not only builds your future, but also lowers your taxable income today. If you run a side hustle, you can write off part of your phone bill, equipment, even mileage, legally. Most people don't realize this, so they pay way more than they need to. But let's zoom out beyond taxes. Life comes at you fast, and nobody taught you how to navigate it. Signing a lease isn't just scribbling your name. It's a legally binding contract. And if you don't read it, you might be agreeing to pay for repairs that aren't your fault. Negotiating a salary is another skill that schools skipped entirely. Your starting salary doesn't just affect today's paycheck. It compounds over your entire career. Even asking for $5,000 more now could be worth hundreds of thousands over time when you factor in raises and promotions. Interest rates, that's another trap most people walk right into. Taking a car loan at a high interest rate can cost you thousands more than the car is worth. Understanding compound interest is crucial, but it works both ways. It's amazing when you invest early, but it's brutal when you're in credit card debt. Knowing this turns, "I'll just pay the minimum balance," into "I'm about to donate a vacation to my bank." This is the stuff we should have learned: how to legally lower your tax bill, how to negotiate, how to avoid bad debt, and how to read a contract before signing it. And here's the best part: these aren't complicated skills. They're simple once someone explains them, but because most people never get taught, they stumble through life learning the hard way. Imagine if financial literacy was as basic as algebra. We'd all be years ahead. Taxes, interest, negotiations. They're not mysteries. They're just part of the game of money. And once you understand the rules, you finally have a shot at winning. Here's the truth. Financial freedom isn't about driving a Lamborghini or flexing on Instagram. It's about waking up one day and realizing you don't have to trade your time for money anymore. It's being able to say no to a job you hate, yes to opportunities you love, and having the freedom to live life on your terms. That's real wealth. Control over your time, your choices, and your future. Money is just the tool that gets you there. And here's the kicker: anyone can do it. You don't need a six-figure salary to build freedom. You need knowledge, a plan, and the discipline to actually use them. Small, consistent steps, learning about taxes, budgeting, investing, and making smarter financial decisions, can completely change the trajectory of your life. The crazy part is, most people never get to this point because they were never shown how. But now that you know better, you can start making moves that your future self will thank you for. And once you feel the freedom that comes from being in control of your money, you'll realize this isn't about getting rich. It's about never feeling trapped again. All right, let's get real. Knowing all of this is great, but if you don't take action, nothing changes. So here's where you start. First, track your money. Every dollar coming in, every dollar going out. You can't fix what you don't measure. Second, start building a safety net. Even a small emergency fund will stop one unexpected bill from sending you into a spiral of debt. Third, begin investing now, even if it's only $20 a month. Time will do more for your wealth than any get-rich-quick scheme ever could. And finally, commit to learning. Financial literacy isn't something you master in a day. It's a lifelong skill. Read books, watch videos, listen to podcasts, and keep improving. The best part? None of this requires you to make a ton of money today. It's about using what you have smarter. Most people spend their whole lives reacting to money. You're about to start controlling it. And that's the moment life starts to shift. So today isn't just another day. It's the first step toward real financial freedom.
And there you have it, the money lessons schools completely skipped, but you now know better.
Remember, financial success isn't about being born rich or getting lucky. It's about understanding the rules of the game and playing smarter than everyone else. If this video helped you see money differently, hit that like button and share it with someone who needs a wake-up call. And don't forget to subscribe to Finance Simply Explained, where we break down money, investing, and wealth building so anyone can understand it. Your future self is counting on you to take action, so start today.